Hey everyone, welcome to another video. In today's video I'm gonna be testing out the new blushes by Chanel for spring 2022. They brought out a whole collection. They also brought out some different blushes than the ones I have here. I got the limited edition blush Lumiere and I got both of the shades and I'm gonna be trying them out, showing you how they apply, how they look on my skin. So let's get right into it. So in this collection we have two very beautiful looking blushes. There's also an eyeshadow palette. There are also like creamy stick bombs. There's also this other collection where there are these blushes with stars in them. I just got the things that I was most excited about, that I was most interested in, so I only have the blushes to show you here. So as usually is the case with luxury products, they come in this little sleeve like this to protect them, and then the outer packaging is just a very classic Chanel. I've never tried any Chanel makeup, I've never tried any blushes by them. This is gonna be a first, but I thought that these with this embossing looked so pretty, so I really wanted to try them. You have a little mechanism here where you push and then it opens up, if I can show you. So now it is open. Then we have a little brush over here. Then we have a protector, a little plasticky protector. And when you take that off, here you have the shade. This is the shade Brun Roussi. I don't know, I don't speak French. I don't have the best French pronunciation. I try. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But this embossing is just so beautiful, so pretty. I really love how this looks. This one looks quite different in different lighting. Sometimes it looks kind of dark and brown, but then when you see it in the sunlight, it is kind of more Peche Rosee. And when you look at it up close, you can definitely see some shimmer in here, some shimmer and shine. So I'm very curious how this one is gonna look on the skin. Then I also got the other shade. These shades look a little bit less scary in real life than they looked in some promo shots, because in some promo shots I thought this one looked very orange, but in real life it is pretty like peachy looking, very warm though, quite a warm peach, but it is a peach with a little bit of a neutral undertone. It's a bit hard to see this on camera, the shade, so I'm gonna insert some close-ups so you can really see what it looks like in some lower light, because I feel like when I turn it in this way it is very like, the color looks very different. So I'm gonna show you some close-ups. I think these two look very beautiful. They look so pretty. So I can't wait to apply this on my cheeks. Let's get into the demo. So I thought I would apply the peach one first on one cheek and then the brownie one on another cheek, and then kind of like balance that out. I'm wearing a little bit of bronzer, not too much. I don't want to alter the shade too much. I'm also wearing a little bit of concealer under that and a little bit of powder. No foundation, so I can't really tell you how this works on top of foundation. And I also thought I would quickly show you a little swatch of these. So the peach one, I kind of don't want to touch these. I'm kind of scared of ruining this embossing, but it feels like it's gonna be there for quite a while. It's not extremely soft. So this looks like a soft sheen. It's not extremely shiny, it's not extremely glittery. It is a very warm though. It is quite like yellow orangey peach. It's not a peach with a lot of pink in there, so that's gonna be interesting, because this is not a type of shade that I usually wear a lot. I have like cool to neutral undertones, so I usually gravitate toward peaches with a little bit of a pinky undertone. I feel like that looks the best on me, so I hope this is gonna look good on me. And then the brown kind of shade, it looks very like mauvey brown, very interesting. I feel like I see the glow on this one a little bit better, but maybe that's also the shade, that because of this shade I can see it a little bit better, but it's definitely a little bit of a mauvey brown. It has quite an interesting undertone. I think these look very interesting. These are at least shades that I don't feel like I really have in my collection. Just showing you the close-ups here. Very different shades. I think they made some interesting decisions when it comes to these shades. I think this will probably work very well on deeper skin. I'm curious to see how that is gonna work on me. Okay, now let's really get into the application. So I don't know how pigmented these are gonna be, so I'm just gonna take a little bit on my blush brush. At least the embossing isn't ruined right away. And I'm just gonna apply this with kind of tapping motions, blending that in. It is a very, very peach. I think this is the most peach that I have in my collection probably. If you like a really warm yellowy peach blush, then this is the shade for you. Can you kind of see that? I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit. I'm just gonna build it up so you can really see this shade. I feel like you can kind of see some shimmer on the cheeks. It has kind of like a natural sheen. I'm really gonna take a lot now, and I'm really gonna see if I can build this up even more. I feel like you can see this shade better in real life than on camera. I feel like on camera it doesn't look like much, but in real life it is quite a peachy cheek. Yeah, I can definitely see some shimmer specks on my cheeks. I don't know if I totally love that, but I feel like with these types of blushes, you kind of have to see it in different types of lighting to really make up your mind. Now the sun isn't shining and I just have like these soft boxes on me, so that makes it look very, very different than when there's like a lot of sunshine behind me and it looks a little bit more light here. I think it looks pretty on camera. You can see that kind of soft natural sheen. It definitely isn't a super shimmery or shiny or metallic blush, just very natural. Okay, I think I'm gonna switch over to the brown shade and see how I feel about that. I think then it's gonna be easier to make up my mind. So I just wiped off the orange, so I have a clean brush. With this one, I think it's gonna be pretty pigmented. So I'm just gonna take a little bit and once again start out with these kind of like tapping motions. Okay, so this one is really pigmented, but it's not unusual, I think, for someone with my skin tone. I think it blends out well, it looks pretty, but you just have to take a little bit because I didn't take a lot of this one. I definitely can see this one better on my skin, but it's also a deeper shade. I think you can wear this as quite a natural shade. It doesn't look too crazy, I think. You can definitely see that this side is deeper, but not in a weird, unflattering, too deep way, I think. Just gonna build it up a little bit more so you can really see the shade. I think this one is gonna be really, really pretty in the summer when I have a little bit more of a tan, but I already quite like it on myself. I'm just gonna take a clean brush and kind of clean up the edges. Gonna do the same over here. Okay, so I think it looks pretty. It has a nice sheen. It looks natural. The only thing that I'm not 100% sure about is these kind of shimmer particles. I'm not entirely sure about those. I would have to see this in different lighting. So I'm just gonna check out these blushes in a different mirror and I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so I definitely think that I see some shimmer specks on my cheeks and I'm not a huge fan of that. Probably when I apply some highlighter, it won't really bother me that much. I won't really see it that much anymore. I think now I'm just gonna even out the cheeks, make them look the same and just think about this a little bit more. I'm not 100% sure how I feel. I really, really wanna love these, but I have to be honest. Even if I spend a lot of money on something, I have to be honest when I don't absolutely love it, so I can save you guys your money. Okay, I think these look really, really pretty together. Like this side, where I first put the peach and now the brown shade, I think looks quite pretty. I don't know if I can make these look completely even, but I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna try. These do blend out very easily. I do really like the colors. The colors are really pretty and I do really like them together. I think they look very, very pretty like this. Man, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Blending it a little bit again. Okay, this is what the cheeks look like now from a little bit further away. I'm just gonna do the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna apply some highlighter and I'm gonna apply a lip and kind of let this marinate for 5 minutes, and then I'll be right back with my first impression thoughts. Okay, so this is the finished look. I do like the look of these blushes a lot more when I have some highlighter on. I just want to blend this in a little bit more. Now that I look in a viewfinder, I think they should be a little bit more blended. But I do like the look of these blushes a lot more with a highlighter on top. I don't feel like I really see those shimmer specks in there as much when I do this, when I apply a highlighter on top. I just don't really know. I don't know if these didn't really blow me away. These didn't really knock my socks off. They are nice. I like them, but are they gonna be my new favorites? I don't know. And I was kind of expecting to really, really love these, especially for the price that I paid for these. I was thinking these have to be the best blushes that I've ever tried, and I don't know about that. I do think these are very interesting colors. I do like the look in the end, but I don't know if you have to go out and run out and get these. I don't know. One thing that I wanted to mention, by the way, is that these have a lot of product in them. These have like 14 grams of products in them, and I compared it to a Milani blush, and this one has only 3.5. So they are more expensive, but you do get a lot of product in them. So if you want to splurge on a blush and you're like, I'm probably gonna use it up, then it isn't even that bad of a price. But now that I don't really think I love them, I don't know if that really makes a lot of difference, if that really is useful information to you, because I think there are other blushes that are better than this so far. Of course, I have to try it out a little bit more. Everything that I do a first impression on, I try out a little bit more, and then I come back and rank my recent purchases. So I'm definitely gonna use these more often, look at them in different lighting, combine them with different products underneath or on top, and then I'm really gonna tell you how I feel. But for now, I'm like, I don't know. I just don't know. I want to love them, but I think the shimmer specs make them not absolutely perfect for me. But they did blend out very well. I do really like the colors. I do think the way they went on was very easy, very pretty. But just that one part of these products, I just feel like I have to be picky about because they are so expensive. And if you spend this money on a blush, I feel like it should be perfect. So yeah, those are my thoughts for now. I'm just gonna be wearing this throughout the day. If I think of anything else, I will put that in a pinned comment. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe. And also let me know in the comments if you picked up these blushes. Are you planning to pick them up? How do you feel about the fact that these have these shimmer particles in them? And then I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.